From the Navesink Country Club in Middletown, New Jersey, IYM Sports Radio is proud to present the 4th annual New Jersey Pond Hockey Classic. Tonight, the Rowan University Profs take on the Montclair University Redhawks, all to benefit the Multiple Sclerosis Society. Well, good evening, everybody, and welcome to the broadcast. Tom Williams alongside me is Matt Schwartz. You may be hearing the sound a little weird. We are unable to use headsets, so we're using the internal microphone of the laptop. So hopefully that's working out for everybody out there. We've had good feedback as far as the sound during the pregame, so it looks like we'll be okay. Warm-up has just begun. We've got about 8 minutes left to go in that, so it gives us time to talk about both of these two teams. First for Montclair, ranked number 12 in the Northeast, 6-6-1 overall, 4-3 in their league, which is the Super East Collegiate Hockey League, sitting in 3rd place. Last game for them was way back on December 7th at Danbury Arena in Connecticut, a 9-2 victory over the Western Connecticut State Colonials. For Rowan, they're ranked number 5 in the Southeast, 15-6 overall, 4-1-1 in the Mid-Atlantic North Division, good enough for 2nd place. Last game for them was back on December 15th at Hollydale against first place Penn State, where it was a 3-1 loss to the Ice Lions. Eric Moen scoring the only goal, with Brian Bennett making 29 saves in the losing effort. Season series between these two clubs, well, this will be the first and only meeting, and last time they met was way back in 2009 at Floyd Hall Arena in Montclair, where the Redhawks would come away with a 7-4 victory. Now, during the pregame, Matt, we were talking about both teams probably didn't get any practice for this game, a lot of rust going on.
Yeah, we're probably going to be looking at the first 20 minutes being almost a practice kind of environment where the teams are kind of feeling each other out a lot more than normal as you try to shake the rust off from this Christmas and New Year's break.
And, of course, this game is to benefit the National Multiple Sclerosis Society. Do us a favor and check out their website and hit that donate button. That's nationalmssociety.org. That's nationalmssociety.org. And you can also check out the Rowan Hockey site. That's rowanicehockey.com. And there'll be links to donate as well. Again, it's a good cause. So we've got about 6+ minutes to go in this warm-up period. So we'll just let you sit and watch the warm-up. We'll come back for game time in just a few minutes. This is the 4th annual New Jersey Pond Hockey Classic live on IYMSportsRadio.com.
Okay, I understand. I'm with the officials.
Oh.
And it looked like to me that they were motioning up here for some reason. That's why I came over this area. All right, they were just telling each other where it was.
It's okay. Who's that talking?
He's with the white hat. See him? He's on the far board right there at the red line. That's
Ed
it.
Giacomucci looking the drain.
Yeah. Stop by after the game. We got the RV in the parking lot.
Will do. Just a reminder that our next Rowan Hockey broadcast will be on Saturday, January 19th, as part of our normal Rowan Hockey doubleheaders. 5:30 start for the D3 team taking on Newman University. And then 8:15, the Rowan D2 squad taking on St. Joe's. That's coming up on Saturday, January 19th. But the next broadcast on IYM Sports Radio will be Thursday night from the Grundy Arena, Bristol, Pennsylvania. 7:20 start for Pennsbury High School hockey as they take on Central Bucks West. So there's our upcoming schedule. Check us out on Twitter, twitter.com/IYM Sports Radio. You can like us on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter. And also a big thank you to the folks at AccessLacrosse.com. Without Access Lacrosse, you're just listening, and there's no video. So thanks so much to those folks. So it's AccessLacrosse.com. And follow them on Twitter at Access Lacrosse, the home for the Liberty Indoor Lacrosse League.
And the Chestnut Hill College Griffins lacrosse team.
Chestnut Hill College Griffins, where yours truly will be behind the mic once again this year for our second year of that coverage. So we'll be back in about 3 minutes with the start of the game. Thanks so much for being patient with us. Hopefully it sounds all right. We're getting some good comments out there. Hopefully you're enjoying the warm-up. Real beautiful facility here. Just outside of Red Bank, New Jersey, during the pregame, we caught a good shot of the skyline. And a couple of years ago, Matt, we actually had some snow throughout the first period. And in the first year, that was covered by the UMBC broadcast crew. It was incredibly frigid, from what I was told.
Apparently, it was very cold for the first one. Not supposed to be so cold tonight. We have, I believe it's supposed to be about 30 degrees by the time we drop the puck tonight, dropping through from there.
Yeah, according to, I don't want to give a plug out to the Weather Channel, but I just did. 40 degrees right now. Again, supposed to dip down to about 30 by the time we're done with wind chill and all that. But not anticipating any precipitation, which is a shame because overlooking that valley down there, not sure what hole it is, but it's absolutely a beautiful, breathtaking sight, seeing the snow come down. But it's probably better for our equipment when it doesn't snow.
And probably better for the players from a hockey standpoint.
We have not gotten any word as far as the starting lineups are concerned. There is no PA announcer here because there's no PA setup here, excuse me. So we're going to have to rely on our eyes, ears, noses, and throats to find out what goes on as far as the announcements. And in between periods, we're not sure of a goal scorer. We'll be sure to get the correct scoring down as well. Also, while you're waiting, you can shrink this window, open up another one, go to nationalmssociety.org and click that donate button. We would certainly appreciate the support. Two referees and two linesmen in this one. Brandon Bendis and Blaine Forkel are the referees. Norm Jones and Isaac Kessler are the linesmen. And you know what, Matt? It looks like this pregame is a little more intense than it usually is, just for the situation. I'm sure these teams haven't thrown a puck at each other in the last 3 weeks, so we may be...
This is actually, right now, Rowan making board-to-board passes. This is not a normal drill for their warm-ups. Usually they take a lot of shots at their keeper, but tonight, I guess choosing to do this to get maybe a sense of the ice. It's an unusual surface to play outside.
And the lighting here is not terrific. It's very good, but it's not exactly Citizens Bank Park last season. And also the background around the entire facility is obviously dark. It's a golf course.
Yeah.
So getting used to the lights, especially the goaltenders, that's going to be a bit of a challenge. We'll definitely try to notice that as the game goes on. And also something else to notice, on the far side of the rink that the benches are on, there's no glass until you get to the corner. So tons of pucks end up going out of play, especially in the first period, because they're just not used to it.
Yeah, they're used to being able to maybe put the puck up and ride the boards a little bit to get the puck out of play, but they're not going to be able to do that tonight, or at least they're not going to be able to do it bench side. We'll have to see what kind of adjustments the teams make to that.
So those who may be unfamiliar with these two teams, Montclair, they are in the road gray with the red and white trim. Rowan University in the home Browns with the gold and white trim.
Rowan is the home team of record for the game. I had a talk with Coach Caulfield about that on the way up and asked him who would be the home team. And he said that Rowan would be the home team of record, although this is obviously a neutral site game.
And this is the 4th annual competition. First year was a 4-4 tie against UMBC. Then games against Temple and Montclair over the last couple of years. Not Montclair, Monmouth, excuse me. First time, again, these two teams have met since 2009. That was up in on the campus of Montclair State University at Floyd Hall Arena. As Brian Bennett will be in between the pipes for the Rowan University Profs. And in goal, looks like it's going to be number 41, Trevor Trioni. And it looks like we're just about ready to get this one started. And no pregame fanfare, because there's just not a PA announcer to be found or a PA system, to be honest with you. So we are ready to go. Brian Bennett, the goaltender for Rowan, a senior out of Sicklerville, New Jersey. 11-5 record with a 2.80 goals against average. Trevor Trioni, a freshman from Denville, New Jersey. No record, but he has played 20 minutes. The referee taking a last look at the goals, making sure they're on solid. I want to thank everyone for joining us for this special broadcast. Tom Williams here with the play-by-play. To my right is Matt Schwartz. On the camera is John Barrett. Definitely want to give as many shout-outs to John Barrett and the folks at Access Lacrosse providing the video today. And we are just about underway, and we are underway from the Navasink Country Club. This is Eric Schenk dumping in deep. Back behind the Montclair goal, steering right back around is Brian Manning. Comes out to the line, kept alive by Rowan's Logan Rogers. Dumped out to center ice, knocked down once again, cleared right back in the Red Hawk zone. Steering it aside is the goaltender Trioni. Back behind the goal is Brian Manning. Cleared to the far side, tipped out to the line, kept alive by Moen. Tries to throw it in on goal, goes just wide. Looking for the tip was Jonathan Polo. Cleared around the near side, Logan Rogers with a big hit there. And welcome to the second semester as we'll move on into the near side, 2-on-2. Getting knocked down there was Connor Manning. Penalty coming up, it's going to be against the Profs. Lifted out in front, shot comes in, save, rebound, cleared away to the near side. Thought he might have had possession to stop play. But the delayed penalty continues as the goaltender has been pulled. And finally, Rowan touches up in the near side corner. And right away, play stopped 45 seconds in. And Montclair will go on the power play. So pretty quick start here, Matt. 2 minutes for a trip. Did not see who the trip was on.
It's a 42 Brown. There isn't a 42 Brown on the, maybe it means 22 Brown.
14, I think so.
14, I think they're saying. That's Eric Schenk. So face-off will be deep in the Rowan zone to the left of Brian Bennett. Puck is down and controlled by the Hawks. Moved into the corner. Dumped back behind the cage. Lindquist throws out in front, saved by Bennett. And cleared away to the near side. Chasing down is Shane Brennan. But it's kept in by Montclair. Far side corner, catching up with is Pirovano. Dump back behind the cage for Person. Brandon Person looking to dump it out in front. He's denied that time by Doherty. Still battling back behind the cage, now into the corner. Dump back to the point now for Thomas Lindquist. Hops over his stick. Chasing it down is Alec Nikolai, but it goes out of play. And play stopped. 18:46 left to go first period. 1:33 remaining in the Montclair State power play. And here's the first instance of their not being glassed on the far side. Ed Giacomucci, the ACHA referee-in-chief, needs to be careful out there.
Yeah, almost caught that one right in the face. The puck, on a very, very simple chip play, puck ended up almost catching him right in the chin.
Doherty with it, clears it to the far side into the Montclair zone. Coming on back is Michael Philpott, sophomore from Livingston, New Jersey. Philpott gets it back from Lindquist, and he'll try the near side. Under pressure from Trent. Throws it on goal, and forced to cover up was Trioni. That almost trickled on in, but making the stop against his own player would have been an OG with 18:29 left to go in the first period. 1:15 remaining in the Montclair State power play.
I don't understand what he was trying to do there. Maybe throwing it off the end boards, but Trioni with a very quick move.
Trent back behind the goal, looking for a shorthand opportunity. Gets sandwiched there. Leading that hit was Robert Hayden. But good job up by Trent against 4 Hawk players, forcing him to use all 4 to try to get out of the zone. Montclair moves right back in. Thrown out in front, steered away. Up top, the shot comes in. Saved by Bennett. Rebound is still played with up top. Now backhanded all the way down by Trent. Neat little wrister there by Robert Hayden, the senior from Rivervale. Now these two teams have a ton in common as far as being all local players. Oh, down on the ice is Matt Morelli. He's slow to get up as he dumps it down, absorbed a hard hit. And he's slow to he's going to try to gut it out and stay on the ice. Dumped in deep. Bennett
He's definitely
recovers, and he's going to cover up. Smart job by Brian Bennett as Morelli is down on all fours once again. He just tried to throw his body in the way. And he is down on all fours right in the center of the ice.
Yeah, he tried to get up and gut it out, but unfortunately, and really smartly for him, decided that might be a better idea to go right back down to the ice.
And it looks like he's not putting any weight on that left leg. A tough way to start the second semester. He'll definitely have to be evaluated. And hopefully we'll see him back on the ice. Morelli, the freshman out of Howell, New Jersey, former New Jersey Titan. Face off to the right of Bennett. One back, and Glassman will clear it out to center ice. Controlling Daniel Mayer. Tries to chip it forward for Temsick. Dumps into the zone, but right back out by Moen. It clears all the way down. 15 seconds remaining in the Red Hawk power play. They'll try to come from behind their own cage. Near side boards now, Nicholas Farina. Gains the line, gains his own. Moves to the top of the circle, drop pass, shot comes in, kick save. Rebound, scramble out in front, still loose, and then thrown back to the point. Kept alive with a blast. It's tipped on goal, but looks like it went just wide. Good opportunity there for Mertens. Mertens controls side of the goal, trying to stuff it home. Back behind Bennett, it's loose in the crease. The net comes off its moorings, and play is stopped. 17:06 left to go in the first period. Power play does expire, so Montclair, in spite of a wonderful effort, 0 for 1 on the power play.
Yeah, Montclair started the power play with one shot. They finish it with 6. And a lot of pressure put on the Rowan Profs, but Montclair just unable to capitalize.
Rowan able to lift it out to center ice, put it right back in by Brian Manning. 2 Mannings on this club, Brian and Connor. Brian the junior, Connor the freshman. But here comes Rowan the other way. This is Vince Tassione coming in 2-on-3. Fakes the shot, throws out in front for Wilworth, but it's knifed off his stick. And the Redhawks will clear to the line, kept in by Eric Moen. He'll have to try again. Shoulder up, the puck stays in the zone. Good job there by Ian Cleary. Cleary was forehand with a shot, stick save by Trione. Back behind the goal, trickles out in front, still digging on it. It's Cleary's right there, but it's covered up by Trione, and play stopped with 16:32 left to go in the first. Still no score. And Matt, do you have the unofficial Shots on Goal sponsored in part by AccessLacrosse.com?
Yeah, so far for the Montclair State Redhawks, 6 for the Rowan Profs. They just collected their first 2.
Face-off is down, one back, trying to get a shot on was Wilworth, goes back to the point, and dumped far side corner. Michael Philpott goes back behind the goal for the Hawks. Off the top of the glass, gloved down by Abonza and cleared out into Rowan space. Coming on back is Eric Moen. Under pressure from Brandon Person. Near side looking for Wilworth. Still digging out on the near side with help from Abonza, keeping it alive. Moving on in, though, is Pierre Vandal thrown out in front. He was looking for Person, too strong for him. Turnaround try in front. Rebound, backhand try, saved by Bennett. He holds on. So Montclair getting on some pretty good pressure with 15:58 left to go in the first. Still no score.
This is one of the things we were talking about in pregame. You have the Rowan University Profs looking like a team that is a little bit rusty right now. They just seem to be half a stride, maybe a full stride too slow to the puck. Montclair all over them here in the early going.
Controlled by the Hawks. Shot comes in, saved by Bennett, and he'll hold on once again as it hits the R of the RU logo. 15:54 left to go in the first. And that might be exactly it. Maybe Montclair was able to practice this week, and we know for a fact that Rowan did not, and has not since the Penn State game 3 weeks ago. Clear around to the near side, reaching back as the leading scorer, Alec Nikolai. He's got 16 on the year. Dumped into the corner now, looking to chase it down as Nicholas Dow. Now Nikolai gets pushed off by Abonza. And cleared out to center ice. Stumped right back in by Philpott. On one knee, this is Andrew Doherty. Doherty having a fantastic sophomore season so far with 6 goals on the year. Side of the goal, trying to backhand out in front was DeMonte, the newcomer, former Penn State Brandywine player and former Hollydale Hurricane. But right back in the zone, on goal, steered away by the netminder Trione, and it comes near side as Rowan completes a change. Pass up ahead, trying to move into his end right with a wrist shot, save, and holding on was Bennett. And play stopped once again with 15:12 left to go in the first period.
Montclair showing no fear, really going right after Brian Bennett. very, very early.
Face-off will be to the right of Brian Bennett. One into the corner, controlled there by Welsh, but it's kept alive by Montclair as they go into the corner. So 2-on-2 battle, a little high hit there by Samuel Enright, the lone New Yorker on this Montclair club. Trying to come out in front, go back to the point for Lindquist, goes far side, shot comes in, blocked out in front, back to the point once again near side, Lindquist with the drive, deflected wide, right there at the side of the cage was Enright. Trying to stuff it home, still digging at it, Bennett strong on the pipe, and it's cleared into the corner. Tipped out to center ice. And here comes Eric Schenk moving in 1-on-2. Shoulders off a check, still controls. Tries to move with his forehand, but gets stood up by Brian Manning. And it comes out to center ice. Race for the puck. Could be a break, but a bad angle. Shot comes in. Ooh, just wide there by Samuel Enright. Blast from the point. Stick save by Bennett. He is busy. Enright near side. Into the corner. Hops off of Paulo, trying to cut out in front. This is Temsick. Shot comes in. They score! Sean Mertens able to wrist it home, and he gives Montclair the 1-0 lead. 14-16 left to go in the first period.
When you allow 14 shots through the first 6 minutes of a game, at some point a team's going to break through.
Fantastic effort thus far by Montclair, just swarming all over the Profs. And if it wasn't for Brian Bennett, this could easily be 3-4-0 right now.
Yeah. Temsick and Enright getting the assists on that goal.
Penalty coming up, it's going to be against Montclair. A high hit by Robert Hayden as he forces down Daniel DeMonte. And as you may be able to see on the far side, there are no penalty boxes. So they just have to segregate the offending player. And Rowan will go on the power play for the first time.
Hear the call.
So Nicholas Farina, the freshman from Denville, New Jersey, with the board. And Rowan goes on the power play. And you know what? Either they put the goal up on the wrong side or Montclair's the home team.
Yeah, the linesman, actually thinking the penalty had been against Rowan, started to skate down towards Brian Bennett. Rowan kind of looking confused. The referees coming together and saying, wait a minute, no, it should be on the other side.
Face-off will be to the right of goaltender Trevor Trioni, former Morris Knowles High School product. Sean Brennan will take the draw for the Profs. A little bit of confusion here. Only 3 players out on the ice for Montclair State.
Well, Farino actually was out on the ice. He was getting ready to play, and the referee said, wait a minute, you're supposed to be in the penalty box.
So here we go. Finally, the Red Hawks come out with their 4th player. Face-off is down. Nikolai tries to tip it back to the point, but it goes off a leg. And here come the Hawks short-handed. One-handed into the zone by Nick Lieback. Was back behind the goal, shouldered off by Doherty. And back behind the cage, this is Brennan with some room. 1:48 left to go in the Rowan power play. Doherty with control. Doherty has the ability to go coast to coast, but he passes up ahead near side, looking for Sikowski, but it's off his stick. Trying to move in short-handed, Cody Inglis. Big hit by Brennan on Inglis, though. And here is Doherty once again. Doherty comes near side, gains the line, cuts across into the zone. Now for Brennan. Brennan with a shot, stick save, rebound, paddled away. Doherty tries to follow up. He's forced back behind the cage. Near side, this is Alec Nicolai. Backhanded back to the point for Eric Moen. Banks it forward, looking for Doherty, goes through him, lifted back to the point. Moen is there. He'll try to throw into the corner for Nicolai. Nicolai spreading things out, goes back to the point for Moen. Moen looks to shoot, goes across down for Doherty with a drive. Shot save, rebound, backhand try, and another big stop by Trioni. The net comes off its moorings as getting knocked down on the play was Brennan. Brennan getting pushed off there by Tom Lindquist.
And the goal
and it looks like the goaltender is down.
Yeah, Trioni got as Montclair's defense began to try to clean up the garbage in front of their own crease, pushing a Rowan player down on top of their own goaltender. And it looks like Trevor Trioni really took the worst end of that.
Looks like Trioni will go for a little compulsory skate to make sure he's okay. Do notice that number 1, Joseph Fade, is the backup goaltender, but there's no room on the bench for him.
Yeah, Montclair came with, it looks like the entire campus.
Face-off will be to the right of Trioni. Looks like he's okay and ready to go as Trent takes the draw, but one back by the Hawks. It'll be slammed down. Trying to keep in was Doherty, but it goes all the way down the ice. 55 seconds remaining in the power play. Back behind his own goal, this is Tyler Schickner. Coming through with speed is Alex Polis. Near side for Glassman, who tips it forward. Moving in is Trent. Trent gets cut off a bit, but makes his way into the corner. Spun around. Still on his forehand. Maybe he'll make his way out in front, but he's forced on his backhand. Shot comes in. Save, rebound. Out in front, trying to get a shot on. Save, rebound. And it's cleared away. Good job by Lockett getting the shot on in traffic. Here's Trent trying to throw out in front, but it's blocked down. And that's going to be cleared all the way down. 25 seconds remaining in the Rowan power play. Long pass ahead. Trent was not ready for it, so they'll come into the Montclair zone and cleared right down right away. On goal, covered up by Brian Bennett as he's under some pressure. 12:23 left to go in the first period. 1-0 Montclair. Rowan on the power play for the next 15 seconds.
This has been a recurrent theme throughout the season for the Rowan University Profs. Is just their remarkable inability to do things on the power play, and it continues here into the second semester.
Cleared around to the far side. Here's Doherty once again. He'll leave it back behind the goal for Logan Rogers, the sophomore from Yardville. Up now for Wilworth, goes back and forth now for Rogers. Rogers gains the line, gains his own, dumps in deep as the power play expires. Going back behind to the near side corner, not sure what Dylan Devereaux was thinking. Wilworth with it, thrown down in front, looking for Cleary, and diving on top of it is Trioni. And play stopped with 11:59 left to go in the first. Rowan now 0 for 1 on the power play.
Rowan had some nice pressure there at times, just unable to capitalize on some of their opportunities.
Face off to the right of Trioni. Tassione tries to control, lifted back to the point, kept alive by Doherty, dumps into the near side corner. Back behind the cage though, hops over a stick and cleared around near side for Lindquist, who dumps it down. Race for the puck. Cleary with a little bit of a hold, got away with it. But it's controlled by Wilworth. Pass up ahead for Doherty. And he'll spin to his forehand, but right into the teeth of the forecheck. Drop pass off to Avanza. Shot comes in, save, rebound, cleared to the near side. And it's right back into the zone, keeping it alive with Brian Manning. So the Redhawks continuing the pressure. Lifted up ahead and out to center ice. Trying to control was Tassione, but it was in the body of Wilworth. Hawks move right back in. This is Person with a wrist shot saved by Bennett. Rebound, another big stop, and then cleared by Nikolai. He'll try to skate out with it. Pass up ahead, and here comes Rowan 2-on-2. They decide to dump in deep off the stick of Daniel DeMonte. Far side, Nikolai. Damani throws out in front, but the only one there was the defenseman Lindquist. And the Hawks with a clear. Moving out is Mertens, the goal scorer. Mertens cuts across. At least he tried to cut across, but he lost control of the puck. It ends up in front and covered up by Bennett. And play is stopped once again with 10:55 left to go in the first period. It remains a 1-0 Red Hawk lead.
We talk about the ice being tilted from time to time, and the ice is very, very much tilted in Montclair's favor. They look like they're skating downhill. Rowan, forget about being one stride too slow. They're looking like 3 or 4 strides too slow right now.
And it looks like right now they are helping Matt Morelli get off the ice. He was on the bench. And I'm not sure if we just overheard maybe a twisted ankle.
That's what it sounded like. They said it sounded like.
And waiting for some help to come over. Looks like Shane Brennan's going to forego some ice time to help him out. Face off will be deep in the Rowan zone. To the right of Bennett. Hops over a stick or two, and here comes Nikolai. Nikolai tries to move in, avoids the hip check, but slowed down just enough for Kevin Temsick to control back behind the cage. Dumped around near side for David Lurin, out to center ice, to right back in. Tipped on goal and a save off his own player by Trioni. So the 2 toughest saves he's had to make came from his own defenseman. Here comes Montclair into the zone. Crosses Lurin with a shot. Glove save by Bennett, and he'll hold on. Stopping play with 10:30 left to go in the first period. That may be the secret for Rowan to get back in this game. Give it to the other team and let them shoot on their own tender.
Yeah, that might be it. That's been their best scoring opportunities thus far have come off Red Hawk sticks, not their own.
Face off is down. Gets it out to the point and trickled out to center ice by Zakaski. Intercepted by Paulo. He'll try to break in. Paulo on the near side. He'll dump in deep. Paulo, one of the few players that were around back in 2009, and he actually scored a goal against this Montclair team. Far side, Schenk, now for Paulo, top of the circle with a wrist shot, blocked down right away. Still loose out in front. This is Zakaski with a try. Save, rebound, lifted across, but unable to control was Schenk. Banked up the boards and kept in, but only temporarily. Skating on through was Mertens, but controlled by the Profs. Out to the line, kept alive. Shot comes in, swings at it, and fanned on it there was Mikola Bilchuk. Brilliant pass out in front, right onto the stick, but could not get a good shot on. Paulo lifts out to the line where it's gloved down by Devereaux. Thrown out in front, but steered away by Bennett. Near side, this is Kyle Welch. Out to center ice. Lifted across far side into the zone. Offside's now good as Schickner reaches on back under pressure from the forechecker. Far side, AJ Zakowski. Up now for Brennan. Knifes it out of the air, moves in 1-on-2. Brennan cuts across. Brennan with a shot blocked down, not kneeling block there by Tom Lundqvist. Lifted out to the line, Nikolai couldn't keep. Doherty will try to dump it right back into the zone, and does. Brennan on the forecheck, but getting there first is Lindquist. They'll battle in the corner. Puck high in the air, back behind the goal. Brennan with it. Near side now for Nikolai. Nikolai has help from the point, couldn't get it to Rogers. It's forced into the corner now for Robert Hayden, who dumps it back behind. Controlled there by DeMonte. DeMonte throws out in front. Turnaround try, stick save, rebound is cleared away to the line. Rogers tries to keep, but it's forced out to center ice. Moving on into the zone here is Enright. Cuts out in front, but a good kneeling stop by Doherty. But Montclair putting on more pressure. Coming right back out in front. Shot comes in, saved by Bennett as Christopher Preziosi got a decent opportunity from the corner. Rowan has no choice but to clear all the way down for the icing with 8:33 left to go in the first period. It remains 1-0 Montclair thanks to Sean Merton's first goal of the season. Face off to the right of Bennett. Brennan to take the draw for the Profs. One cleanly back to the point. Glove down. Wrist shot comes in. Deflected. Scores! It looked like it hit a deflection. It looked like a deflection off a defenseman. Brian Manning took the shot from the point. We'll get a confirmation on that. But either way, it's 2-0 with 8:29 left to go in the first period.
15.
So Manning does get the goal.
Manning's going to get credited with the goal.
That's his second of the season. And just a harmless wrist shot on goal. It found its way home past Bennett. Trying to break right back in, though, is Larkin. He gets shouldered off hard. It's cleared around to the far side. Zakowski, Correction Moen tries to keep it alive along with Trent. A little bit of a slash there by Polis, but still couldn't keep it in. It's cleared to the near side for Tim Larkin. Larkin up the near side where it's intercepted. Dumped across far side looking for Farina off the board, so he'll dump in deep. Comes around near side for Tyler Glassman. Bad angle to the puck, but Larkin is there. He gets shouldered off hard, but still powering through that check of Nicholas Farina. Glassman controls at the line, backhands in offside, so he's got to clear. And the Red Hawks control. Dumped all the way down, race for the puck. Icing is waved off. It's getting there first was Abanza, and it goes to the far side into the corner of Pirovano. Pushed off. Good check by Glassman as it's chopped to the near side. Getting there first, though, is Tom Lindquist. Dumped in far side, race for the puck again. Pirovano. It's pushed off by Glassman. A big check there as he knocks down his man. Back behind the goal now, this is Trent. Leaves it for Moen. Moen trying to go through Person. Absorbs the check, but gives it up to Pirovano. Looks to throw out in front, but here's Larkin the other way. Larkin gains the line and dumps in deep. 7 minutes, 10 seconds left to go in the first period. It's 1-0 Montclair State on goals by Brian Manning and Sean Mertens. And it's offsides against Montclair State. Definitely want to find out if Montclair practiced last week because that may be the difference right now. Rowan doesn't look bad. They just look rusty. The legs are a little heavy. And Montclair, they look fresh as if the first semester ended last week.
Yeah, right now, Rowan definitely looking like the team.
Like puck went out of play, so play stopped with 7 minutes left to go in the first.
Yeah, Rowan definitely looking like the team that that you would expect to see after a 3-week layoff, no practice.
Tassione to take the draw. Wilworth tries to move on him, but it's cleared out to center ice. Knife down by Schickner. Comes to the far side looking for Ian Cleary, too far for him. Lifted up ahead, big battle on the far side. 3 Rowan Prof players, and it's knocked into the Montclair zone. Back into the cross by Dylan Devereaux. Near side, Lindquist dumps up ahead, but it's knocked down by Kyle Welsh. Far side now for Tyler Schickner. Schickner gets it up ahead for Cleary. Cleary dumps in way out of play as he hits it to the second green. 6:32 left to go in the first period, and there's a case there of being used to having the glass there. 99% of rinks in this world, just not here.
Yeah, just and straight out of play too.
The face-off is at center ice as Nicholas Scarangello, the freshman from Harrington Park, New Jersey, takes the draw. Trying to sneak on in was Nikolai. Took a couple of swings and missed. Doherty will finally dump into the Montclair zone. Nikolai on the forecheck, cleared to the near side. Comes back down for Rogers, who couldn't keep. And now it's a race for the puck. Moving up ahead now is Preziosi. Shouldered off by Rogers. Preziosi trying to power his way through into the corner. He goes down. Puck's underneath him. Goes into the corner. And here comes Rowan the other way. Scarangello. Long pass up ahead. Way behind Brennan. And that's an easy icing call for the linesman. With 6:05 left to go in the first period. Still 2-0 Montclair. Again, the officials in this game. The referee, Brandon Bendis and Blaine Forkel. Linesman Norm Jones and Isaac Kessler.
They are wearing MS patches on their jerseys rather than the ACHA patch.
And they are donating their time. Not getting paid for this one. The shot comes in, saved by Bennett. As Nikolai tries to clear it out to center ice. Held up at the line there by Colin Trevors. Comes out to center ice. Trevors pushed from behind a bit by Brennan. Lofted off a glove of Nikolai and now controlled by Sam Enright. Enright goes wide, gains the line, and backhands into the zone. Near side corner, Rogers is there. Lifted across now, Scarangello wasn't quite ready for that one. He goes to the far side, gains the line as the rest of his mates come off for the change. It's pushed off and it's controlled by the Hawks. Pass him ahead, intercepted by Zakowski, but he couldn't get a real good edge. It's deflected out of play by Manning. Play stopped with 5:30 left to go first period. It's 2-0 Montclair. Both teams 0 for 1 on the power play, so that's not much of a factor. Bottom line is the shots on goals and the ice is completely tilted.
Yeah, right now Montclair a 2-1 advantage, 22-11 in shots. Redhawks up on the profs. Something we don't see that often.
Moving in here is Moen. Moen with a shot glove save by Trioni. Up at his eyeballs, able to make the stop. We'll hold on, stopping the clock at 5:22 left to go in the first period.
Yeah, I'm going to finish my thought while we wait for the next face-off. Rowan usually outshoots everybody. Right now, being outshot badly.
In the corner, Zakowski tries to throw it in on goal. It's deflected high into the far side corner. Chasing down is Farina. He gets shouldered off, trying to keep it alive, Moen. And he does. Now Schenk tries to move into the corner. He gets pushed off. Now coming on back is Sean Mertens. Mertens pass up ahead to the far side. Trying to avoid the forecheck of Polo, who got a piece of it. Comes to the near side for Mertens once again. Gains the line, throws it in just wide of Bennett's goal. Eric Moen back behind the cage. Jumps up ahead now for Schenk. Knifed off a stick, but followed up by Polo. Kept in the zone by Manning. Still digging at it just inside the blue line. Hops up in the air. Glove down by Farina. Penalty coming up. It's going to be against the Rowan Profs. Goaltender gets pulled for the extra attacker. Dumped in. Back behind the goal. It'll be touched up by Bennett. And play is stopped as we await the call. An elbow at 4:37 of the first period. Jonathan Polo wants...
Move your feet.
Jonathan Polo looking for the explanation.
Jonathan Paulo, also the one that got called for it. Probably why he's looking for it. The official calling it as contact to the head.
They don't mess around with that penalty, whether it's they called it inadvertent contact. Even if you don't mean to do it, contact into the head is something they take very seriously in the ACHA. So Montclair goes on their second power play. They're 0 for 1. The clock does not roll. So we've been playing for a good 10 seconds, and the clock has not moved. Something they'll have to fix at the next whistle. As it goes to the far side, dumped up ahead, knocked down by Schichter. Schichter will dump right back into the zone as the clock finally moves. So a good, I'd say 20 seconds comes off the did not move. As Montclair may get a break here. Passed up ahead. Here's Person moving into the zone near side. Person into the corner. Looking out in front. Throws it up top. Shot comes in. Scores! Oh. Wrist shot there by Cody Inglis. His team leading 12th goal of the season. A power play goal for the Redhawks makes it 3-0 with 4:17 left to go in the first period. Brandon Person with the assist on a neat pass up top and a timeout being called by Rowan. As down 3-0 late in this first period, they are reeling just a little bit.
Yeah, if this was a prize fight, I think the officials would have stopped it by now. Rowan being outshot 23-12, now being beaten on the scoreboard where it counts 3-0. Really being able to do nothing offensively, nothing defensively. The only bright spot thus far is Brian Bennett. Bennett really playing and standing as hot. And Sean Caulfield not happy. You can hear him actually.
It's a big welcome back to the second semester.
Yeah, and the problem is that Rowan finished the first semester. You know, if you ask Coach John Caulfield about how you would finish it, 15-6, he would have taken that absolutely. But they finished on a down note. They lost 4 of their last 5 coming into the break.
So Rowan, after the timeout, looking to turn things around. Face-off is down, controlled by the Profs. Here's Kyle Welsh with it. Welsh under pressure. That's been a theme all game long as Trent tries to move in. Comes back now for Welsh. Now they'll try far side for Schichter. Schichter gains the line and dumps it on goal. But it's steered away off the glass and out to center ice. Welsh will try once again. 4 minutes left to go in the first. Deflected across far side where it's controlled by Brian Manning. Heading back behind the cage. Now for Michael Philpott. He gets pushed off. Forecheck, turnaround try, save, rebound, 3 shots on it. The net comes off its moorings. Big giveaway back behind the goal, and Rowan could not convert. Good job by the netminder Trioni going post to post.
He didn't know where it was at first. He did not get to that near side post very, very well. Finally getting on it. Finally being able to get on it and
net comes off its mooring, so they're fixing that. But maybe that timeout did some magic there as the goal didn't happen, but good pressure here as now Wilworth will control. Clear around to the far side. Doherty pinching on him, but as we chopped up ahead, knocked down by Cleary. Cleary turns to his point, takes the shot, stick saved by Trioni. Wilworth on the attempt of the forecheck, comes to the near side boards. Big shoulder barge by Tassione. Still digging out on the near side half boards. Rogers even pinched on in from the defensive spot, but coming out with it is Colin Trevors. He gets pushed off by Tassione, a big check on him. As Rowan, after the timeout, has come out hitting. Far side, Robert Hayden. Not much pressure on him. Pass up ahead, intercepted by Doherty. He gets pushed off as he was looking down. Legal check there as it's passed up ahead. Too strong for Tassione. He only had enough to tip into the zone. Coming on back and clearing far side is Trevors. Cleary on the forecheck into the corner. Still digging at it. Comes back down for Doherty. Doherty little dot. Takes a shot. Is blocked down. Tassione coming off. That turns into a 2-on-1 for Montclair. Now a 2-on-2 with a shot. Kick save by Bennett. And it's now controlled by Wilworth. He'll try to move out the other way with some speed. Banked up ahead now for Doherty, who dumps a deep correction. That was Scarangella with 2:45 left to go in the first period. Scarangella on the forecheck. Come back behind the goal. Wilworth, correction, that is Nikolai on the far side. Dumped out to the point, kept alive by Moen. Throws on goal, goes just wide on the near side. Pinching in is Glassman this time. Trying to keep things going. Let's lift it out to center ice. Rowan, renewed vigor here as they're down 3-0. Cleared into the zone by Moen. Gets pushed off a bit, though, by Benfatti. Back behind the goal. Thrown up top now for the point. Moen with a drive, and it goes wide. Maybe looking for a deflection for Nikolai. Glassman will dump up ahead into the corner. Nikolai is there. Thrown into the slot. Back now for Nikolai, but it's on his backhand. Spin move to try to throw out in front. Goes all the way through. Nikolai on the forecheck. Trying to chop it out in front. Cleared away from him as he battles with Mayer. Big check once again. Scarangella comes up with the puck. Tries to lift it out in front. He gets knocked down. Kept in by Glassman as it goes into the corner. 1:52 left to go in the first period. 3-0 Montclair. But Rowan, the last 3 minutes, has been buzzing. Near side, tapped up ahead by Benfatti. Controlled near side and lifted up ahead. Moving in is Paulo. He's surrounded, gets pushed off and ridden hard into the boards. A good check there by Lindquist. Lindquist will move the other way. Nice move around Schenk to gain the line and throws it on goal. Glove down by Bennett. He's forced to cover. And play stopped with 1:31 left to go in the first period.
All of a sudden, much, much better flow to the game. Rowan seems to have finally shown up for the game. Evening out the ice. Able to put some pressure on the Red Hawk netminder, Trevor Trioni.
Here comes Rowan the other way. Pass up ahead looking for Zakowski. Zakowski forced wide. And he moves in offside as Schenk came in a little too soon. So play stopped once again with 1:23 left to go in the first period. Just a reminder that our next Rowan broadcast will be Saturday, January 19th, as the Profs host St. Joe's. That's January 19th, 8:15 start. Face-off is down, controlled by Montclair. 1:20 left to go in the first period. Lifted up ahead, nice pass up for Cody Ingles. Ingles makes his way into the corner. Leaves it aside now for Abanza. Abanza comes up top with a shot, save, rebound, covered up by Bennett. Had some trouble with it, but eventually corralled it with a big glove. Something that Montclair's been doing most of the game. They see the traffic, they shoot through it.
Yeah, they've been looking for deflections, and they have at least they're looking for those deflections. And I think one of their goals actually did come on a deflection.
Face off will be to the right of Bennett. Puck is down and controlled by Nikolai. Could be a 2-on-2 break the other way. Nikolai up now for DeMonte with a shot save and cover by Trioni. As DeMonte, in his first game at the Rowan Prof, just trying to get his feet wet. Welcome back to ACHA hockey. Again, the former Penn State Brandywine Lion, winning a couple of Delaware Valley Collegiate Hockey Conference championships there. But now at D2 as Brennan tries to move in front across the crease, but no one was there with less than a minute to go in the period. Dumped up ahead for Brennan, tries to go through the legs of the defenseman Person. And here comes Montclair the other way, 2-on-2. Near side, this is Abonza. Abonza with a shot, kick save, rebound, cleared away. Good kick save by Bennett. Stuck right back in. On goal, offsides, but should have been called, but the linesman lets it go. As here's Welsh. Backhands up ahead, tipped out to center ice. 30 seconds left to go in the period, right back into the Rowan zone. Tyler Schickner back behind his own cage. Pass up ahead, intercepted by Person with a shot save, rebound, back to Person with a shot, another big stop by Bennett. Big giveaway, 2 big stops. As it's cleared out to center ice and down, 13 seconds left to go in the period. Rowan would love to get into that locker room right now, but it's going to be icing against Montclair, so a chance here. Deep face-off in the Montclair zone with not much time left, 7 seconds to be exact. Probably too much time to pull the goaltender.
No, that was just my thought. Is maybe you think about pulling Bennett, but with 7 seconds, you pull him, and all they have to really do is launch it the length of the ice, and they don't even have to carry it through.
Face off deep in the Montclair zone. Trent to take the draw, tries to win it back. Comes back down for Dow with a drive. Loose out in front, back in, try again. Off a skate, turn around, try again. Saved by Trioni, and that will do it for the first period. A very good first 15 minutes of the period for Montclair, and a very good last 5 minutes of the period for Rowan. Adds up to a 3-0 lead for the Montclair State Redhawks. Goal scorers in this one unofficially, Cody Inglis, Brian Manning, and Sean Mertens. We'll make sure we get the official word in just a minute. And Matt Schwartz has the unofficial shots on goal brought to you by Access Lacrosse.
Unofficially, the Rowan University Profs, no goals on 19 shots, and 1 point being outshot 2-1, so that doesn't sound that bad. For the Montclair State University Redhawks, 3 goals on 28 shots.
So we'll take a quick break as both teams will come off. You're watching. I'm so used to saying listening, but you're actually watching the 4th annual New Jersey Pond Hockey Classic live on IYMSportsRadio.com.